Let's talk about what happens when two of the biggest forces in tech today, artificial intelligence and agile, smash together. And really, this isn't just some passing trend. It's quickly becoming the absolute must-have combination for any company that seriously wants to compete and win.
To really get what this means, let me tell you a quick story from a big financial institution. Just picture two different teams. On one side, you've got the waterfall team. They're bogged down in this huge, rigid, 18-month plan to build an AI fraud tool. Then, on the other side, you've got the Agile team. They're building an AI platform for customer service, but they're doing it in these quick, 2-week bursts, getting feedback constantly.
Okay, so fast forward just 6 months. The difference is absolutely staggering. The waterfall team, they're still stuck in meetings, just tweaking requirements, while their competitors are already out there in the market. But the Agile team, they've already launched 3 different versions of their platform. Each one is smarter than the last, and they are just gobbling up market share. And that right there, that's what's at stake. So let's break down how this actually works.
Okay, so here's how we're going to break this all down. First, we'll get into why this is all happening right this minute. Then, we'll see how AI just completely supercharges Agile practices. After that, we're going to flip it around and see why Agile is so critical for AI to even have a chance at success. And finally, we'll look at the proof, the hard numbers, that this is the new standard you have to meet.
So first up, why is this convergence of AI and Agile happening right now? Well, it's basically a perfect storm, right? It's being driven by 3 huge forces: the insane speed of innovation, the absolute explosion of data, and just the sheer amount of uncertainty we're all dealing with.
I mean, the pace of AI development is just relentless. Think about this for a second. GPT-4, which was this massive leap forward, came out only 15 months after GPT 3.5. At that kind of speed, a long-term plan is basically obsolete the day you write it. It's exactly why agile companies like Netflix work in 2-week sprints. It lets them constantly tweak their algorithms and plug in the latest AI tech as soon as it's available. And then there's the data. It's just everywhere. By 2025, we're looking at 175 zettabytes of data globally. That's 175 trillion gigabytes. It's an unimaginable amount. And hidden inside all that noise are these priceless insights. AI is the tool that finds the signal in the noise, and Agile is the framework that lets you actually do something about it fast. Spotify's Discover Weekly playlist, that's the perfect example. They use Agile sprints to keep refining the AI that digs through billions of data points just to build your perfect playlist every week.
And this is where Agile just shines. It was literally built for uncertain environments. And let's be honest, AI projects are the definition of experimental. The core ideas of Agile, responding to change over following a plan, getting something that works into people's hands, it's the perfect mindset. I mean, look at Moderna. They combined AI with Agile principles to develop their COVID-19 vaccine in a mind-blowing 42 days, a process that usually takes years.
So we get why it's happening. Now let's dig into how it works in the real world. We'll start with how AI completely supercharges an Agile team, moving them away from just gut feelings and towards making decisions with some serious data-driven intelligence. So let's take backlog management. The old way, it's kind of a mix of who shouts the loudest and what the team's intuition says. But AI just flips this on its head. You have tools now, like Product Board, that can scan through mountains of customer feedback, calculate the risks, and actually recommend what to work on next based on real business value. The product owner still makes the final call, of course, but now they're coming to the table armed with incredible data.
Sprint planning gets a huge upgrade too. AI can look at past work and suggest how big a new task might be. It can forecast your team's capacity and even flag potential roadblocks before you hit them. So no more of those endless, soul-crushing estimation meetings. The team gets to focus on the stuff that actually matters, the strategy.
Even the classic daily stand-up meeting gets an evolution. Instead of just being a round robin of here's what I did yesterday, you have AI assistants that can analyze the conversations and spot trends. They can see recurring problems or patterns of progress. So the key question shifts from what did you do to, hey, what patterns are we seeing here? In fact, tools like Scrum Genius have shown they can cut the average stand-up time from 15 minutes all the way down to 7.
Okay, so let's flip the script, because this is definitely not a one-way street. Let's talk about why Agile principles give AI projects the structure they so desperately need to actually succeed.
Building an AI is not like building a bridge, it's an experiment. And this quote here, it just nails it. That old waterfall Big Bang approach is exactly why so many AI projects crash and burn. Agile's whole idea of iterating and improving is critical. Just look at JP Morgan Chase's Coin platform. It was built sprint by sprint, getting a little more accurate each time until it finally reached human-level quality. It was delivering value at every single step of the way.
And that leads to this super important concept: fail-fast learning. The reality is, not every AI model you build is going to be a winner. Agile gives teams the permission to see what's not working, quickly change direction, and treat that failure as a valuable lesson, not a disaster. Amazon's legendary recommendation algorithm, you better believe that was built on the lessons learned from countless other ideas that got thrown in the trash.
This framework is also absolutely crucial for tackling one of the biggest challenges in AI, building it responsibly. The way Agile is structured, it gives you these perfect built-in moments to ask the tough questions. Teams can literally write ethical user stories right next to the functional ones. They can set aside time in a sprint specifically to test for bias. They can use retrospectives to talk about any unexpected ethical impacts. The health insurer Humana actually does this, making sure their AI systems are fair and don't accidentally hurt any of their patient groups.
All right, so all of this sounds really powerful in theory, right? But for our last section, let's just look at the hard data. Because the proof is already out there in the market, and it's showing that this combination isn't just a good idea anymore, it's the new baseline for staying competitive.
Let's start with a huge number from McKinsey. Get this. Companies that combine their AI projects with Agile methods are 3 times more likely to see a return on their investment in the very first year. 3 times! That's not just an edge, that's a whole new ballgame.
And it doesn't stop there. Here's another one to really drive the point home. A Deloitte report found that the top-performing organizations innovate at a rate 2.3 times higher when they bring AI and Agile together. The market is screaming a clear message. These two things don't just add up, they multiply each other's impact.
So let's bring this whole thing full circle with one last story. Sound familiar? 2 banks, both building an AI chatbot. Bank A uses the old waterfall approach. After a year, they finally launch a chatbot that's already outdated. Bank B goes Agile. They get a basic version out in just 6 weeks, and then they improve it every 2 weeks after that. 6 months later, Bank B is the leader in the market. See, the difference wasn't the talent on the teams, it was the entire approach.
So when you really think about it, the incredible speed, the mountains of data, and this constant need to adapt, the new competitive baseline is crystal clear. The only real question left is the one you see right here. Is your organization actually built to win in the AI era?